Imagine if I had a real weapon.
What is up, YouTube champs, whatever the heck you are? This is Real Weapons Discord. I am trying to make this announcement for you guys to join my Discord. If you guys have not joined my Discord, the link is in the description below, as well as a pinned comment. We have a general chat. We have Jaxology 101, which goes over Jax stuff. We have my videos, which has my gameplay videos and whatnot, my informational videos. We have Twitch streaming. We also have coaching, and we have a game chat. You get roles based on if you're a fan or not. If you're a fan, you are a champ. You get the orange role. If you're a Jaxling, I don't know what the heck you are, and you get the purple role. So thank you all for watching, and let's get back to the video. What is up, YouTube? It is me, RealWeaponAFK, back with a new video for you all today. Today I actually wanted to go over the PBE items that have came. So we have this new item on the PBE, if it'll allow me to actually find it. We have the Atmas Reckoning, and we also have another new item called the Spear of Shojin. I don't know exactly. I really do honestly think these are going to affect Jax. So I actually wanted to test out these items. I have tested them out the other night actually, and I was considering making a video to show you guys how nutty this can actually potentially be. So I'm going to do a build with Spear Shojin and the Atmas Reckoning, as well as against Ginsu's Rage Blade, and maybe I guess a Trinity Force and Mercury Treads, just like a standard boot upgrade for Jax. And I was kind of thinking, maybe putting in like another tanky item. Not sure exactly what. Oh yeah, Titanic Hydra. Something, yeah, just an item build that just gives a lot of damage while actually, just, increasing your AD, just giving you a lot of tankiness. And, yeah, so I wanted to show you guys, like, how nuts this is. So, with these items at level 18, you actually get almost 3k HP, which is actually fairly good, honestly, considering this is mostly a damage build. And I mean, obviously that's a low level Scuttle Crab, so I'm not really going to brag about that. But I'm going to spawn a dummy here and show you guys how nuts this gets with Conquer and stuff. So with Conquer procced, as well as fully stacked Ginsu's and Atmas, I have 474 AD. And this is not counting any elixirs, not any Infernal Drakes, not a Baron buff, not an Elder Drake buff, just pure items and Conquer. And with the build I'm running, actually, I wanted to go over this with you guys as well. I'm running Alacrity, as well as Coup de Grace, Ravenous Hunter, Sudden Impact, and Conquer, of course, with Triumph. So nothing actually giving me AD, but you could actually potentially do this as a late game scaling build and go like Gathering Storm with Transcendence. So the reason why I went these items is because I believe Trinity Force is really good with a Ginsu's, not like extremely good, but Trinity Force is just good in general on Jax, and the 20% CDR as well as the 40% attack speed, the movement speed, the Phage passive, Spellblade, all of that is really damn good on Jax, and it's just something that gives damage while still giving a bit of tankiness. So I figured this would be okay. So yeah. I'm going to show you guys how much armor and stuff we get with Ultimate procced here fairly shortly. But yeah, the reason why we go Ginsu's, though, is I'm not saying this is going to be the build or anything. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to theory craft what might be good for Jax with these sort of items being introduced. So with Ginsu's, so you get a bonus 4% bonus attack damage, which is why we get so much AD, and 4% ability power for 5 seconds up to 6 stacks. So that stacks up 6 times, coming out to a total of 24% on both the bonus AD as well as the bonus ability power. And we also get attack speed, and the on-hit damage scales with our AD as well as our AP. So this is actually going to be pretty nuts. I'm going to show you with fully stacked everything. So I'm dealing, wow, that's a lot of damage. So the on hit physically alone is actually like 40 damage physical. And keep in mind this is 100 armor, 100 magic resist target dummy. My DPS really isn't that high. I've definitely had builds that are definitely a lot higher. But I'm just showing you because with Conquer we're getting a lot of mixed damage in. We're getting the AD, which increases our on-hit damage, increases our leap strike ratio for AD, increases our armor AD. By the way, we get 243 armor for popping this, which is absolutely bonkers. We also get 76 magic resist, which is fairly good, not really that amazing. So obviously with this sort of build, there is a con of not having magic resist, but this is like a build you would go, like, say you're against like not too many, like you're against like a mixed composition. You still get, you know, a good amount of armor, and you get the AD and you get the magic resist from just building this, and then on top of that, we get AD for building health, which is absolutely nuts, because with Atma's Reckoning, what it does is the attack damage you gain scales based on your maximum health. So you pretty much, what it does, it doesn't have the right tooltip right now, but pretty much what it does is for each second in combat with enemy champions, turrets, or epic monsters, you gain 15 attack damage, and then it stacks up to like 5 times to like a total of like whatever, like 2.5% of your maximum health is converted to attack damage. And Spear of Shojin, what this does, this is actually really nuts, by the way. So we get 60 attack damage, we get 10% CDR, as well as 200 health, which are great stats for Jax, by the way. I mean, attack damage is not that amazing for Jax, honestly, but it's okay. It's still good because attack damage scales with auto attacks still, so, and Jax does a lot of auto attack damage, so fairly good from just, you know, just a base stat line. And so what the passive does is you reduce damage from champion attacks and abilities by a certain amount of your AD. Like your AD gets converted into damage reduction. So if I stack this on the target dummy, and we see that this gives me AD, right? As well as this giving me AD. This gives me, alone, with a unique passive, 50 damage reduction. With having everything stacked. That's actually pretty bonkers. And this is without the Elixir of Wrath, without Gathering Storm. This is without any Infernal Drakes. And without Baron buff. So you could just make this absolutely nuts. And baseline, we actually have 298. But it increases by like 200 with this build, as long as we have everything stacked. That's actually pretty nuts. It's almost 200. It's not exactly 200, but it's pretty close. It's like 180 AD from stacking up everything, which is actually really nuts. And that, I'm not even talking about the ultimate proc yet. And by the way, the ultimate proc or the ultimate active just scales with your stacks, with your stats, as you stack everything up. So, really good stats on Jax. Health, armor, AD, scaling on hit. That scales with stacks. Sheen proc, 20% CDR. I have 30% CDR in this build without a what's it called? A blue buff. Why can't I even think of that? But yeah, go all the way to like 474 AD. And also the attack speed gets all the way to 237 without any alacrity stacks. So with this build in particular, you really do not have to go alacrity. Honestly, you don't, because you're getting so much attack speed from your relentless assault passive. You're getting so much from Gensu's. You're getting a baseline of 40% from Trinity alone, as well as like the 18% or 9%, whatever it gives from the precision tree. So you're actually getting a lot of attack speed. And so against certain compositions, you could definitely take like Bloodline or Tenacity instead. Cancel like 50 autos there. So you almost get capped out attack speed with this build, which is actually pretty nuts too. And me just like talking about these stats is actually pretty nuts itself. Like, this is without any buffs, guys. This is just me having things stacked. By the way, we can stack Gensu's and Atmas on towers. We can stack Gensu's on minions, as well as have Conquer ready. So we proc Conquer by actually hitting a champion is a thing. So yeah. Sorry. Was yawning there. So we get like 465 movement speed for actually killing something, and as you see right there, right here, we actually get 432 movement speed for just proccing the Phage passive. And we have 415 base movement speed, which movement speed is actually a very important stat on Jax, believe it or not. So the issue with this build is it takes a while to stack for sure. Yes, but imagine if you're split pushing in a split pushing scenario. This is going to be amazing for split pushing builds, honestly. And the thing about, okay, something else I didn't touch up on is with the Spear Shojin, we get this passive as well. This, when near at least 3 enemy champions. I'm sorry. God, probably not the best time to record this video. When near at least 3 enemy champions, attack to gain Dragon's Heart. So what does this do? It's on a 90-second cooldown. It's a unique passive, so we can't stack Spears of Shojin for this. Dragon's Heart, block 96 damage per hit for 6 seconds, refreshing on takedown. So I think what it was is it's actually like 200% of the damage reduced with the other unique passive. So so the 32 that I'm getting with things stacked up, it scales with AD, by the way, and with all these things giving me AD, it goes up to 50 damage reduction, but the Dragon's Heart proc actually goes to 149, which is actually bonkers, by the way. Like, we're not really dealing that much DPS, though. Honestly, if you think about it. But this is 100 health, or 100 armor, 100 magic resist target dummy. And most of Jax's damage actually comes from his well, his burst damage comes from his W and his ultimate, but most of his damage in general comes from auto attacking. So AD is actually fairly good, and AP is really good too, which I want to mention with Ginsu's. We're getting a bit of AP with it. It's really not giving us that much though. Once we have Ginsu stacked, we're only getting up to like 31. But keep in mind that's without what's it called activated? That's without Ginsu stacked. So we're getting like what, 25 AP without Ginsu stacked, and we're getting like 31 with it. But with Infernal Drake, we're getting like what, like 5% per kill or something like that if we kill Infernal. Oh, we get 8% attack damage and AP for killing Infernal Drakes. So, with 8%, let's see how much an Infernal Drake gives us. So Infernal Drake, well, this is without anything stacked. Hold on. $512 AD, but we're only increasing our AP by like 2. So it's really not that amazing for the magic damage, honestly. That's kind of what I don't really like about the build and about a bunch of Jax builds right now. Like, we lack a lot of magic damage. We pretty much just rely on our base damage for magic damage. But yeah, I was going to try this with a Elixir of Wrath. And I'm going to spawn, well, actually I'm just going to go ahead and attack this. See how much armor we get from this. So we have 552 AD now with Elixir of Wrath and 1 Infernal Drake, by the way. It's pretty nuts. If you ask me, that's pretty damn nuts. So we're getting now 57 damage reduction and 172 with the thing procced. And our on hit with our Titanic Hydra, I mean, yeah, it scales with our health and everything. We're not really getting too much health with this build, but we're still getting a decent amount of health with this build. And we're still getting a decent amount of tankiness too. And once I pop ultimate, just watch this. This is with just 1 Infernal Drake and with 1 with Elixir of Wrath and everything stacked. 330 armor with 185 magic resist. See, that's the thing I'm worried about. Like, you kind of have to like diversify your build a little bit based on games. So yeah, now I'm going to spawn another Infernal Drake, and I'm going to show you guys how much AD we get from this and AP. Probably not that much AP, to be honest. Okay, so we gained like 2 AP. Wow, that's pretty bad. Okay, but with everything activated, we have 593 AD now. So now this is giving us 62 damage reduction. So with 2 Infernal Drakes and Elixir of Wrath, level 18, full build Jax. And this is with a Trinity Force. We could potentially get this a lot higher, honestly. And we could even go like a healthier item. Like, I kind of want to show you guys like what Trinity Force, how much we get attack speed wise without a Trinity. It's really not that much, honestly. But with Alacrity, I think it can be viable because I was hitting around like 2.37 attack speed with just Alacrity and Ginsu's. Like, I still think that you can just do Gensus, because the thing is, Jax gets a lot of attack speed from passive, as well as the tree he goes. So let's say like I'm jungling and like I don't want to go that. I want to go like Cinder Hulk. So what does Cinder Hulk give? Okay, it gives us an extra 143 health on top of the 300 base health. Really, we don't get that much more health with a Cinder Hulk, so Cinder Hulk's not really that good, but it scales with our Atmas a little bit, so it really doesn't give that much more AD, honestly, so it's not that amazing, but it gives us a tiny bit more tankiness, as well as the Red Smite. And so if you were jungling, this could be something you could do, I guess. I don't know. But you see, like, without Alacrity stacks, I'm getting 2.15 AD. Oh, sorry, I actually have 9% attack speed right now. But still, I have that much attack speed with not even fully stacked Alacrity yet. That's nuts. By the way, that amount was without a that amount of AD was without a elixir, so I'm actually going to go back. But yeah, I think I'm going to trade out Cinder Hulk. I think Trinity Force is the way to go. Honestly, you could substitute Trinity Force for Gunblade maybe as well if you really want to. Oh, sorry, I forgot to actually... So yeah, we're almost getting like capped attack speed now. That's pretty good. And keep in mind that we're also running Ravenous Hunter though. So we don't really need the Gunblade. That's kind of why I go the Ravenous Hunter route. Because it gives us sustain Jax really needs. And if you guys did not know, I believe Ravenous Hunter actually works with Conquer as well as some other stuff. Somebody was calling me, sorry, while I'm recording a video. So that's with 2 Infernal Drakes. How much? I'm sorry. This is with 2 Infernal Drakes and 2 Infernal Drakes, everything stacked with an Elixir of Wrath. Okay. So we're going to spawn another Infernal Drake. Shit, I didn't mean to go there. But yeah, we're getting 40% CDR. That's pretty nuts, bro. Okay. Okay. So now we have, with 3 Infernals, we have 634 AD. That's nuts, guys. That's actually nuts. That's bonkers. Like, and we have 2.41 attack speed now, with 10.5%. So what is it? What's the max? I'm at 5 out of 10. I think it's like 18% at max. So I'm just like showing you guys live like the testing on this because I want you guys to go through the process with me, like building everything. Okay, yeah, so 634 AD. So what we're going to do now... God, it's been 23 minutes already. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go for Baron. So what we need for Baron, I think, is we actually need a Gunblade for that. Yeah, I believe we can do Baron. If we can't do Baron, then it's whatever. Look at this healing, man. This is without Ravenous Hunter, by the way. I'm pretty sure Ravenous Hunter works on everything in general. So with this build, you're actually able to solo Baron. But that's the very first Baron. This is a full build Jax with... Yeah. So, holy crap. Look at our AP now. Because of Baron. So, that's the thing. If we get Baron with these Infernal Drakes, we're getting a lot. And, of course, I have the Hextech Gunblade now, which is actually adding into that. So, without anything stacked, we have 190 AP. It might be even better with the Gunblade in certain instances, honestly. But the thing you lack, though, is the CDR, which can hurt, as well as the sticking potential. Well, of course, you have the Gunblade Slow, which is fairly good. But this gives us a little bit more oomph and more sustain. But yeah, as you can see, we have a bit less attack speed. But we're getting a little bit more DPS on the dummy now, but that's with Baron buff. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to spawn in Elder Drake. And before I actually do Elder Drake, I'm going to go ahead and buy me Elixir of Wrath. And I'm going to go here. $700 AD with 245. I want to remind you guys. Elder Drake empowers effects by 50% of current dragon marks. So we get 759 AD, 245 AP. Now watch when I pop ult. 209 magic because it's 291. Oh, that's not right. Wait, so we lost a lot of armor. That's probably bugged. Honestly, that's really weird. Because it's supposed to give 386 additional armor right now. So yeah, that's bugged. That's really weird. Well, I found a Jax bug. It might be bugged in general with his ultimate and stacking things. But yeah, this is nuts. Like, I'm getting a lot of AD just in general. Like, 506 AD with nothing stacked up. And I had, like, 190 AP. But this is with Baron buff as well as Elder Drake full build. With full Infernals. And I believe if you get a the second Elder Drake, you actually get a bit more stats for getting that. So, yep, honestly, this might be the most busted build. Okay, so the issue with this type of build, though, with going the Gunblade is we get a little bit less HP. However, we're still getting, you know, the HP from the Titanic and the HP from the Spear, as well as the damage reduction. The damage reduction is probably nuts by now, honestly. Holy crap. So we ran out of Baron buff, so we actually lost, like, a fair amount of damage. But still, we're getting... Wait, what the heck? I had 710 AD there, and then it, like, fell off. Either Elixir ran out, or... Oh, the Elder Drake buff ran out. Oh, that's what it was. Now Elixir ran out. Okay. Okay. So with ultimate popped, that's not right, dude. That's actually not right. Like, it's supposed to be 307 armor. So this is bugged. This is actually bugged. We could potentially get a lot more out of her ultimate. But it's bugged. I don't know if it's bugged on live right now, but it's definitely bugged on here. On the PBE. So, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to buy Elixir of Wrath. I was going to get the second Elder Drake buff. How long's Baron? Could wait out Baron. We could honestly just wait out Baron. And guys, this is not even in our live game right now. Like, I should, if you guys want to see a live game, actually, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll try to get a live game. I'll probably do it regardless if you guys let me know or not, or, you know, just give me a certain amount of likes. Give me a certain amount of likes, maybe I'll do it. I don't think I can wink that well. But yeah, we're still getting a lot of attack speed, honestly. Like, we're getting 2.21 attack speed because of Alacrity. So honestly, like, if you want to, like, depending on the situation, like, you could just do, like, Gunblade in the build. And you could go, like, Gathering Storm with Transcendence. Or Celerity, even. But if you go Transcendence, you could have 20% CDR with the Spear of Shojin. Could even go Spirit Visage instead of Spear of Shojin. But I believe Spear of Shojin's just too damn good right now. So I'm going to stack up everything and show you guys how much AD this gives. Or how much damage reduction. 67! And that's not with every buff. Honestly, realistically, every buff is not going to happen. It's randomized every game, so... So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spawn an Elder Dragon, and then I'm going to go for Baron. But before I do that, I'm actually going to refill this, and then I'm going to do this. As you can see here, I'm just, like, not taking any damage. And just imagine if these were champions, like, I'd be having all this damage reduction. Like, look, I'm out-sustaining the, Baron buff, dude. This is nuts. Look at all that true damage from just one, Oh, that's from, Infernal as well as, Mountain Dragon. So that's actually a lot of damage. So, yeah, now I'm going to show you how much AD we get. Bro, we have 843 AD and 290 AP. Ultimate pop. Bro, what the heck? Yo, that is nuts. We're getting 515 armor with 236 magic resist with our ultimate pop. And I think it's still bugged. Yeah. No, I actually think it wasn't bugged there. I think it actually gave us the correct amount. Dude, that is nuts. Yo, this build's going to be nuts, guys. Alright, so I believe that is the fullest potential. I mean, honestly, it could probably get a bit higher than that. I have got the AD a bit higher. Forget what I was lacking. Honestly, yeah, I guess you could trade out the boots. You could argue to trade out the boots, but why would you? Like, boots are just too necessary, especially with these items. Like, I only have 395 movement speed now without Trinity Force. So yeah, guys, that's the video, honestly. I just wanted to show you how nutty these items were and how we can still be tanky even with damage. I honestly believe the Atmas build, like, there's going to be Atmas in pretty much every Jax build, and maybe even Spear of Shojin on top of that, because Spear of Shojin's just really damn good. And honestly, I feel like the Gensu's combo with it is just too damn strong to pass up, because it scales up with this AD that we're getting, as well as the Conqueror AD we're getting, as well as the AD we're getting from Spear. Yeah, you just see all the synergy come in. Like, it's just nuts, dude. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Sorry this was such a long video, but I really appreciate it. And like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, champs.